Hare Krishna, welcome you all. Today, 17th of November 2020, and our study of Nityam Bhagavata Seva is going on by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and by the cooperation of you all. So, we'll have text 36 of 13th chapter of 3rd Canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Nashprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki. So today, reading of Srimad Bhagavatam, whatever Ajnana Sukriti we get it, we offer it to the departed soul of Monali's uncle. May God rest his soul in peace. But all the offerings and Ajnana Sukriti we are dedicating for him. Text 36. Sarkatunda asit srutva isanasayo ridudare chamsa karnaranghare प्रासित्रमासीग्रशेन ग्रास्तु ते यचचरवर्णं ते भगवन् अग्निहोत्रम् Srak, the place of sacrifice. Tunde, on the tongue. Asit, there is. Sruttavaha, another plate for sacrifice. Isa, of Lord. Nasayohu, of the nostrils. Ida, the plate for eating. Udare, in the belly. Chamasaha, another place for sacrifices. Karnarangare, in the holes of ear. Parasitaram, the plate called the Brahma plate. Hashe, in the mouth. Grashane, in the throat. Grahaha, the plate known as Soma plate. Tu, but. Te, your. Yat, that which. Charavanam, chewing. Te, yours. Bhagavan, O my Lord. Agnihotram is your eating through your sacrificial fire. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. O Lord, your tongue is the plate of sacrifice. Your nostril is another plate of sacrifice. In your belly is the eating plate of sacrifice. And another plate of sacrifice is the whole of your ears. In your mouth is the Brahma plate of sacrifice. Your throat is the plate of sacrifice known as Soma. And whatever you chew is also known as Agnihotra. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjan Salakaya Chakshmritamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishnavasthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Supatandikam Bandeham Sri Guru Shadapadakambalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vidantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitamcha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुश्रुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वांक्षा कल्पतरु वैश्य कृपा सिन्धुवेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामिनिति नामिने नमाचार्यपादाय निताय कृपाप्रदायिने गौरकथा दामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sarkatunda asit, Shrushva Ishanasayo, Ridodare Chamsaha Karnaranghare, Prasistramase Agrashena Grahastute, Yachavarnam te Bhagavan Agnihotram. So, discussion between Uddhava and Maitreya is going on, and Maitreya Muni is describing the prayers of the Brahmanas unto Shukara, unto the Braha Rupa of the Lord. And now they are describing what is body meant of. Generally, it's very, very difficult to describe Krishna. Very, very difficult. So the sloka, which is very popular and we keep reciting it, we simply say, Sachitananda Rupaya Vishu Utpatyadi Hetave Tapatra Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. The body of Sri Krishna is Sat Chitananda. Eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss. That's Krishna's body. And what is his work? Vishu Utpatyadi Hetave. He is producing, annihilating the many, many universes. Tapatra Vinashaya. But he doesn't want his subject, his part and parcel, to suffer in the three modes of material nature. Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. To that Krishna, we all bow down to offer our obeisances. So here the sage is telling, what is his tongue? What are his nostrils? What is his belly? What are the whole of his ears? What is his mouth? And what is his abdomen? And what is Agnihotra? Somebody will say Agnihotra is the hymns. But what are the hymns of? They are chewing like a betel nut for the Lord. That he enjoys. Generally when your tummy is full and somebody gives you a betel nut, sweet betel nut, doesn't matter how full your body is, you can still relish it, enjoy it by chewing. So when somebody offers the Agnihotra, the prayers to the Lord, he enjoys the chewing of those mantras from the offering of his subject, of his devotee. Let's go quickly to Srila Prabhupada. He will have explained much better than me. The Vedavadis say that there is nothing more than the Vedas. We have discussed a lot on the day for yesterday on the Vedavadis. They simply say Vedas. There is nothing more than that. And the performance of the sacrifice mentioned in the Vedas, that's all. That's the beginning and that's the end of it. Vedas and the sacrifice done. They have recently made a rule of their group to formally observe daily sacrifices. They simply ignite a small fire and offer something mystically. But they do not strictly follow the sacrificial rules and regulations mentioned in the Vedas. In our tradition, if the Brahmana is doing any puja and they don't know the gotra, they don't know anything, they say Amuk Gotrasya, Amuk Asthane, Amuk, 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 Amuk. Because I don't know, so you understand what it is. See? Amuk Gotra, Amuk Nama, Amuk this, Amuk, Amuk, everything Amuk. Amuk Tidi, Amuk, 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 Amuk. And say, we have performed sacrifice very nicely. So Prabhupada observed, they are simply lighting the lamp whimsically, chanting something. And into the sacrifices performed, there are rules, regulation, the time bound, and the slokas are to be chanted in a particular rhythm. We have heard in the case of Vratasura. When Vratasura was born, the mantra was chanted Mantra was correct. But the pronunciation of the certain words are long. So instead, saying that let something be produced from here who will kill Indra. Okay? That was the mantra. But because of the wrong pronunciation, he said something to be born here who will be killed by Indra. Instead of Indra to be killed, who will killed by Indra? So it's not easy, even in the day and age, to perform a sacrifice. No qualified brahmanas, no intellectual brahmanas, nor they have taken the proper training. At least there has to be more than 25 years of regular study with so many buts and ifs and buts are there. But therefore, in the age of Kali, there is one Mahamantra. Simply chanting by Mahamantra, it is as good as a Gomedha Yagna. It is as good as a Sumedha Yagna. It is as good as Agnihotra Yagna. As good as any mantra that has been described in the Vedas, Shrutis, Ityasas and Puranas. Mahamantra. And that is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prabhupada further said, it is understood that by the regulation, there are different plates of sacrifice required, such as Srak, Surva, Bahis, Chaturhotra, Adi, Chamasa, Parasitra, Graha, and Agnihotra. One cannot achieve the result of sacrifice unless one observes the strict regulations. In this age, there is practically no facility for performing sacrifices in strict discipline. Therefore, in this age of Kali, there is a stricture regarding such sacrifice. It is explicitly directed that one should perform Sankirtana Yagna and nothing more. But you must have observed yourself. In the name of so-called dharma, you may have been involved in many sacrifices, either guided by the parents or elders, or because of samaj. But actual performance should be Sankirtana Yagna and nothing more. The incarnation of the Supreme Lord is Yagneshwara. And unless one has respect for the incarnation of the Lord, he cannot perfectly perform sacrifices. In other words, taking shelter of the Lord and rendering service unto Him is the factual performance of all sacrifices. As explained here, sometimes we are blinded. We do not know. I'll give you some example. Please hear carefully. If suppose you find a dog in a street and somebody hits the dog, you know what you say? Oh, abusive animal. Or somebody hits the dog, abusive animal. You see? And you feel very bad, very sad. Why like this? But the same person who is feeling pity on the dog, if you go to somebody's house and they tell him, oh, you know, today we have mutton biryani, he say, oh God, what lucky I am to have mutton biryani. Or chicken biryani. Or egg biryani. We feel very satisfied. But a minute before we were saying that it is the abuse of the animal. If you hit animal, it's an abuse. If you kill animal, it's not an abuse. See our understanding. How duality we have. or for our tongue taste, we might say, eggs are vegetarian. There's nothing wrong in eating eggs. How foolish we are. Once there was a seminar, cruelty on the animal. And they invited and poster was written. Seminar killed on the animal and written, in the lunch, chicken biryani will be served. And a lot of people come. And you know what they think killed of animal? If animal is crippled, we have to take care of him. But if he is not crippled, you can kill him. Skin him alive. Eat it up. That is sacrifice. And many times, these sacrifices are in the name of God. In the olden days, it was advised that one can eat meat. But now, only on the day of in the day of Amavasya night, you can take a goat to the temple of Kali or Bhadrakali, which should be far away from the village, somewhere on the top of the mountain. You have to take the goat in the night time, light the sacrificial fire, chant the mantras, and tell in front of the goat, in the ear of the goat, that, oh my dear Jiva, I'm going to kill you, eat your meat, so please give me your permission. And in reward of this, in my next life, I'll become the goat, you can kill me and eat my meat. And the goat has to say yes. Until goat has not said yes, you cannot kill the goat. But in thousands of times, goat will not agree. So what they would do? They'll put the water in the both ear of the goat, and goat will do like this, shake the head. And they say, goat has agreed, goat has agreed, goat has agreed. Kill and enjoy. See? Because we don't understand. A minute before, we have different thoughts. A minute after, we have different thoughts. And what these thoughts comes from? Whatever we have been advised and told. You see? It's very simple. They say everything is for enjoyment for the human race. All right? Okay. Then why only few animals? Why not all the animals? And when these Africans, they eat cockroaches and so many other kind of ants and things like that, we say, you think superior because you can eat goat. They are inferior because they are eating cockroaches. Or in the Far East, they are taking the rats and snakes and other kinds of animals. We say, that's not good. So how it can be good for you, whatever you are doing, and bad for them because you don't like it? And it's all because of no knowledge. Knowledge has not been imparted. And when the knowledge is imparted, another beauty is there. Beautiful thing is there. They say, how do I believe that there is a God? Very good. How do you believe that you had a grandfather? How do you believe? Or great-grandfather? Can you prove? If your father is no more, and your father said no more, can you prove that you were, or let us say you have no paper for fun purpose? How do you prove that you had a grandfather? Very simple logic. The human race will come from human race. Very simple thing. Where the knowledge has come? We know the knowledge comes from Krishna. And this is the breath of Krishna, which was inhaled by Brahma. Or tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kabiye Muhyantyat Surya. So this way we can understand. But simply half logic, what do you call? Kukudanya. Prabhupada used to tell this, that once upon a time, there is a person and he had a hen. And every day, hen will give an egg. And he will sell in the market. And from the sale of the price, he'll have to bring the grains for the hen. Now he was tired selling the eggs, and half of this got the grain. So he thought of, it is better if I cut this hen in half, throw the front portion where he's eating the grains, and only preserve the last portion that he'll keep me giving the eggs. This is called Kukuda Nyaya by Srila Prabhupada. So we also have no intelligence. We only accept whatever we have heard, and we have really convinced ourselves. Whatever we have not heard, not convinced, we are not going to agree. Let me give you one more example. That one fellow went to the barber, and they were discussing about the horrific age. And barber is telling me, my dear sir, God does not exist. If God exists, there won't be so much poverty, so much of ignorance all around the world. See, God does not exist. The fellow who had gone there to cut the hair, he kept quiet for some time. And then he says, I can prove that the barber does not exist. I said, what are you talking? You are cutting the hair. He said, I can prove. So they both of them got out and stood outside, and he could see so many people with a very, very long hair and long beard. And he said, look, this is the proof. These people have, so many people have the beard, so many have the long hair, long nails. It means the barber does not exist. So barber laughed at him. What are you talking, sir? They have to come to the barber shop. Then only we can trim them. The fellow said, exactly, you're right. So if there was so much of poverty, so much of problem, so these people have to go to the temple to cut off the miseries of the material life. If they don't go, why should we blame the God? So similarly, we only know a little, and then we think we are the knower. But nobody really knows the fact. It's very, very difficult to prove Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Theoretically we may. If somebody asks practically, what you will do? I don't know, today is Tirubhavan day of Srila Prabhupada. I'm not sure. Anybody have? Is it today or tomorrow? It should be today. Anyway, so I'm just talking about Srila Prabhupada only. It's today, tomorrow. Disappearance of Srila Prabhupada.
Yes, Prabhuji. Tomorrow, disappearance day of Srila Prabhupada.
Okay. So, we only know half. If my mother has told me, my dear son, the never is not good, that's enough for me. I'll have to use my common sense. Because she is my authority. Now, if my authority is ignorant, I'll be guided ignorantly. So that's why we only believe not in one, but three. Sadhu, Guru, and Shastra. And if these three things are saying one, then that's the goal of life. Not mystically, not because what I think, what I feel, what should be there. Not at all. So, Prabhupada is saying, performed Sankirtan Yagna. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, now throughout the world, almost every big cities, Nagar Sankirtan is going on. Beautifully, mesmerizing the people. And people are adoring it. They are liking it. They are practicing it. They are enjoying it. And they are changing the life. They are elevating themselves from the lower mode to the higher mode. And they remain ever satisfied. So, that's what Prabhupada is trying to say. Sankirtan Yagna and nothing more. The incarnation of the Supreme Lord Yagneshwara, and unless one has a respect for the incarnation of the Lord, he cannot perfectly perform sacrifice. In other words, taking shelter of the Lord and rendering service unto him is the factual performance of all sacrifices, as explained herein. Different plates of the sacrifice corresponds to the different parts of the body of the Lord's incarnation. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 11th Canto, it is explicitly directed that one should perform Sankirtan Yagna to please the Lord's incarnation as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This should be reasonably followed in order to achieve the result of Yagna performance. So this is what we have to understand. That Krishna's full body, nothing but Yagna. Bhoktaram Yagna Tapsam. He accepts the Yagna from the different part of the body. And then he gets pleased. And the reward that he gives, Krishna Prema. And when somebody has become intoxicated with Krishna Prema, you know what he does? He tried to serve that intoxication to everybody. If you have a drunkard friendship, first drink in your life would have been free of cost. First smoke must have been free of cost. First Maharajona or whatever they call it, free of cost. So when somebody gets intoxicated, he gives it. So we want also you be intoxicated with Krishna Prema and distribute all around. So with these instructions, supplication, application, suggestion, I'll come to the conclusion of my talk. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.